Here we are, Steel Studio, episode 1 of the regular season. Very exciting, very excited to get this going. We play the Bengals this week. I hate that team, but they are a pretty good team coming off a Super Bowl appearance. Very excited. I'm going to have NFL insider Chad here today to talk about the Bengals and preview them. First, let's go over the injury report. Pretty small injury report. The only players for the Steelers are Deontay and Marcus Allen are limited, and I think they both play. At least Deontay will play, I'm hoping. We need him. For the Bengals, they have 3 tight ends. Devin, I can't say the guy's name, Assy, Michael Wilcox, and Drew Sample. All are 2. Devin did not practice. The other 2 are limited. So I suppose Sample, I think he's their starter, one of the starters. He will play. And I know their quarterback, Burrow, is still questionable. Hopefully one couple hits and he'll have to sit out. But I think he's going to play, unfortunately. And it's going to be a tough task. I mean, that team kicked our ass last year. I can't deny it, man. They kicked the shit out of us twice. So we got to go up there and beat their ass. I mean, that's all there is to it. There's no we need this win. We need to get off to a good start. Nobody's picking us, so I think it's important to get off to a good start, man. The Steelers added their captains this week, and the players voted for these captains, and it means a lot. They voted for Mitch Trubisky as one of the captains. That says a lot for his leadership and the way he's played, and, a lot of people don't have faith in him, but I saw him at camp, and I saw him preseason. I think he's going to be okay. And if not, he's got Kenny Pickett breathing right down his neck, so that's probably a little stressful, but I think he's going to do better than people think, I hope. Najee Harris, also a captain, of course. I mean, this guy's a leader. Hopefully he's going to have a big year. I'm hoping for 2,000 yards rushing, but a lot of that's going to depend on our line, just like everybody's saying, Cam Hayward, going to be captain. Cam is one of the best D tackles in the league. I guess he's a defensive end, but they list him as a tackle. Hopefully he'll have a great year and free of injury. Miles Killebrew, who didn't play in the preseason. A lot of people thought we would cut him, but he's fine. He had a pec injury, and he's fine, and he's a great special teams player, and he's a special teams captain. And last but not least, the defensive player of the year, T.J. Watt. I expect big things from T.J. this year. Very excited about him. So without further ado, I'm going to get Chad on the phone here, and we'll preview the Bengals. Chad, are you there?
I am, Rick. How are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Doing fantastic, thank you.
So tell me about this Bengals team compared to last year. What do you think of them?
So they did a lot of work kind of to solidify that offensive line. They brought in Lyle Collins from the Cowboys at right tackle, Alex Kappa as a guard, really good guard from Tampa Bay. Stole him from Tom Brady. He's not going to be too happy about that, about week 6 or 7, I believe. And then Ted Karras is a center from New England. So I think the emphasis for them was really to limit the hits on Joe Burrow. So they've really solidified the offensive line. It's going to give Burrow some time to sit back there and pick defenses apart and help out Joe Mixon. But I see a little bit of a Super Bowl curse coming for them. I don't think that they're going to be the darlings that everybody thinks that they are.
Yeah, certainly everybody will be gunning for them. And, I don't think those guys played together in the preseason, did they? They're getting them at a good time here.
Not a lot. I looked for a little bit of a hiccup early, getting used to each other, getting used to playing next to different people. So the Steelers can really capitalize on that week 1, I think. And that first half should be interesting. Defense should be able to feast a little bit.
Now, are those guys really that good, those 2 guys that signed?
I think they're good players. I think as bad as the Cincinnati offensive line was last year, I think they'll get a lot of credit just because anything would really be an upgrade over some of those guys. But I think they're solid players. They're going to help a lot. Are they elite though? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So what do you expect as far as you think they'll do what they did last year? Try to go deep to Chase and on offense and run the ball with Mixon.
I think you're going to see a heavy dose of Joe Mixon. I keep hearing that there's still some pain for Burrow from the appendectomy, so I don't know that they're really going to try to sit back and go deep. A lot of it's going to depend on offensive line. I mean, to your point, Burrow is going to play, but I think they're going to protect him a little bit and try to get the ball out of his hands a little bit quicker to stop him from taking hits.
Yeah, Joe Mixon, I think, is one of the most underrated players on that team last year. And that Steeler run defense is going to be tested right away to see if it's any better.
Yeah, I expect the run defense to improve. I think, Watt being healthy, Cam Haywood being healthy, I think that's going to help things. Minkah Fitzpatrick can be a force in the run game. I look for a little bit more of that from him, and I think they're going to counter that by trying to get the ball to Mixon in the passing game a little bit out of the backfield, probably more than they normally would to protect Burrow. So that's going to be important to really play on the edges and control that aspect of it as well.
So how about the other receivers besides Chase? T. Higgins, he's a stud. And, I mean, they just signed a new tight end as well.
Yeah, they brought in Hayden Hurst from Atlanta. He's solid, not overwhelming by any means. He's a really good blocker. And T. Higgins is as advertised. He'd be the number one receiver on a lot of NFL teams.
Yeah, as we talk about him, we can't let him do that or we're going to be toast.
Right. It's all going to come down to the Steelers' defensive line getting to the quarterback. That's going to be critical. They're going to need 3 or more sacks. Keep them off schedule. Keep them in second and long. That's going to say a lot about who wins this football game.
Yeah, so as far as the Bengals defense, I know we have Ogunjobi now. I love him, but same group coming back for them?
For the most part, yeah. They have Trey Hendrickson coming back is probably the best on their defensive line. He's sack artist. He can get to the quarterback. He's going to be somebody that you're going to want to deal with, probably double team, chip, make his life more difficult. Where you really can get them, though, is the secondary. I think safety-wise, Von Bell, Jesse Bates, they're good players, not great players. And then Eli Apple on the corner, somebody you got to look to take advantage of. That's not really great in the coverage game. We saw that in the Super Bowl. He got beat for the game winner, to nobody's surprise. So if the O-line can protect and give the quarterback time, I think they can do some nice things.
I mean, it's going to be weird on the Steelers without Big Ben. I'm actually nervous about it. I mean, it's crazy.
I think it's going to be different for everybody because you expect number 7 to be walking back there. It's going to be kind of an adjustment period. But we'll see early what Mitch Trubisky can do. He was very good in the preseason. Can he kind of move forward and play well in the regular season? He has the weapons to do it. I'm high on the Steelers receivers, Deontay Johnson. George Pickens is somebody we've talked a lot about in the offseason. Big year coming from him, I think, if he can stay healthy coming off that ACL injury. And Claypool could probably bounce back this year. So he has the weapons to do it, and we'll see.
I think they need to, and I have Pickens on my fantasy team, so hopefully that'll be a steal later. How do you think Najee's going to do this year?
I'm worried about that ankle. If he stays healthy, I think he's a top 5 back in the league. I am bullish on Najee Harris. They're as good of a player as Najee Harris is, he's 10 times better person. So somebody like that with the background that he has, being homeless and all those things, you want to see a kid like that succeed. He obviously puts in the work. Huge. He even got bigger from last year. So if he can stay healthy and that ankle's okay, 1,300 yards. I like him in the passing game a lot. I think he's got a shot at a Pro Bowl. People might scoff at that, but I think if he stays healthy, he could be a Pro Bowl representative as well.
Yeah, I'd love to see him get 2,000 yards rushing. I mean, that'd be great.
That would mean a big year. Big year for the Steelers if that happens.
So how do the Steelers beat this Bengals team?
I think you got to play keep away. I think you control the clock. I don't like the up-tempo in this game. I would really try to grind it out, run the football. Short passing game, get the ball out of Trubisky's hands quickly, and just try to win the time of possession game. Make every possession for them that much more important, and Hope to really get to the quarterback. Last year, that was the big thing with Burrow. He took a lot of hits. Get to the quarterback. Don't give him time and get ahead early. The first 9-10 minutes of this game are critical. The Steelers have to score and really get a lead and create some doubt.
Right. So how about the rest of the AFC North? How do you think the Ravens, with all those injuries, are they going to be just as good as they were?
I don't think so. But the Ravens are just that team that finds a way to win. Just weird things happen for them to be able to win games. So that's got to catch up to them at some point. You got Lamar Jackson in the contract situation. You don't know how he's going to handle that. I look for them to probably take a step back. It's time for them defensively. I'm not all that impressed with what they're doing, but we'll see. They always seem to find a way, so I'm going to believe that until they prove otherwise.
As far as the Browns, are they a mess? Or are they going to be better than people think?
I think the jury is still out. I could see them. I have them as a 5-6 win team. I don't believe that they're as advertised. I think there's going to be some real big struggles there, some adjustments with Brissett at quarterback. They have to start 3-0. They don't start 3-0, it's going to be a long, long year for them. And there's no guarantee that Watson, after almost 2 years, is going to be the quarterback that everybody thought he was.
Yeah, I think that first game for them is big.
Critical.
Yeah, because they could probably come out 2-0 out of the gate. Jets are probably better than people think. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting.
It's gonna be great if they can come out 2-0, setting up that Steelers game. Then all bets are off. I'm worried about Week 1 going against Baker Mayfield. You never know. If he threw for 400 yards, wouldn't surprise me. If he threw 4 interceptions, wouldn't surprise me. The man's consistently inconsistent, and we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend, man. Very fun. I'm sure you're going to be busy, and we're going to be busy. Any predictions for you for the division and for our games in the North?
Yeah.
Right here.
I like the Bengals.
Week 1's hard.
Week one is difficult. I like the Bengals probably by about a score, but if the Steelers pulled it off, it wouldn't surprise me. I think Carolina probably finds a way against the Browns. And the Ravens, that's an iffy game. I think they probably pull that off, but I think they can
go. And Baker have good homecomings, good game reunions against their old teams. And we swooped out with a field goal there.
Yeah, it could be interesting. Week 1 is just always so all over the place. I don't think we ever really know. So I'm just grateful that football's back and we're watching it and keeping up with all the rumors. So we'll see.
Well, we appreciate your time, and we'll do this next week. And go Steelers.
All right. Good luck this weekend. Appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks, Ed. All right, I'm back. That was Chad from the NFL. We appreciate him joining us. It's exciting, man. It's an exciting week. I can't wait. I'm nervous and excited. One thing I do want to talk about, though, is every week on the Steel Studio group, we have a True Steeler of the Week. These are guys that are true Steelers that aren't necessarily Pro Bowls. Some of them will be, of course. We got to put the Hall of Famers and Pro Bowlers in there eventually, but guys that just gave their all for the Steelers. And one of them was David Little. David Little was a true Steeler, no doubt. 12 years with the Steelers. I think they said he played 169 games, started 135 of them or something. And he gave his all, man. He was a good player. Only made one Pro Bowl, played when the team wasn't really that great with Chuck Noll at the end of his tenure, but David was a true Steeler and a great middle linebacker for us. And he ended up passing away when he was only 46 years old from a weightlifting accident. I think he had a heart attack while he was lifting weights, and the weights fell on him. And that's how he passed. But you know what? He'll always be a true Steeler. And that's amazing. And this week we also got an announcement that we're going to retire Franco Harris's number at the Immaculate Reception. Little controversy with that Immaculate Reception game in December, and I think Christmas Eve, and people are mad because why didn't we retire Brad? I'm not going to question the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Franco is a great player. We'll retire Bradshaw when it's time. Just enjoy this and quit bitching. I'm excited about that. And Franco was a great player, no doubt. He changed it. That game changed everything. So we're excited about that. And they're going to wear number 32 patches, I think, on their jerseys that game. And I hopefully they'll kick the Raiders' ass. And that game will mean something. I think it will. It's going to be a fun season. It's scary without Ben, but it's exciting. Hopefully we can stay healthy like we are now, and we can kick the Bengals' ass. So that's all I got for today. Thank you, Chad. And please subscribe. Please like and comment and tell me your thoughts on the score for the game. And hey, as always, go Steelers.